Yep. Drew Stone saved the best for last. That's right.
Yeah, who would that be? All right, you ready?
Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. First one. First hardcore show or punk show. Haha. Hardcore punk show. A band called Apprehended. It was Doug Holland, Doug Lazito then, from the Cro-Mags. He played in a band with this chick Delza and a guy Alex, and they played at a club called Exile in Long Island City, and it was awesome. That was the first crew of people I hung out that were punk rock and got me into it. That was the one. Apprehended. Danceteria was awesome because it had so many levels, and there was so many places to hang around and fuck and do stuff. Of course, CBGBs, of course, A7. I'm sure everybody said all this shit, but really like to hang out, not to play. Danceteria was fucking awesome. It was a lot of girls. Favorite slam dancer in the pit besides myself? John Watson, James Contra. Guys used to beat the shit out of me. Diego, Agnostic Front Diego. I know a lot of people said Saab, that's later, but the originators, John Watson, man. John Watson had that fucking dun 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 move with his hip. He had the hip dance. And fucking James Contra was fucking brutal, dude. He used to beat the shit out of people. He was out of control, but with style. That it wasn't just like kids today, beating the shit out of each other on the dance floor. Now these guys had a form of dance, and it was really cool, man. And to see it when we would all go to a show in Boston or somewhere, and it became a competition, was pretty special. I'm glad I got to experience it. The Sex Pistols at Randy's Rodeo when Sid bonked the guy in the fucking head, and the Germs, classic Germs show, all that early California punk shit that I didn't get to see because I was here being a punk. I don't remember that fucking tour at all. I remember being naked on a tour bus fucking a lot, and running around naked a lot, and drinking a lot, and getting beat up by cops a lot, punching a ride horse, and me and Angelo getting arrested in New Orleans. We woke up on the tour bus, and it was my first time in New Orleans, and it was Mardi Gras. So Angelo went out to go into the parade, and the cops jumped him and started beating the shit out of him. And I'm yelling, "Hey, leave my friend alone, leave my friend alone." This fucking cop comes up on a horse with me, and comes up on me with the horse, and I punched the horse in the fucking snout because the horse is coming up on me. I was like bopping the horse. Sorry, Peter, people. The horse was a pig. I had to hit him. And the horse backed up, and I was like, wow, I backed up horse cop. And next thing you know, they were all beat the shit out of me. And they hog-tied me and Enzo and took us to jail. But Uncle Al's brother, Uncle Al was the guitar player at the time, Uncle Al's brother was a cop there. And we got out. We got released and got to play the show. But yeah, that was one of them. It was a lot, man. That whole tour was just fucking, it was insane. It's surreal. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe they asked me to do it. I can't believe I did that tour. I played arenas. Fucking bugged out. I remember me and Todd, I snuck a joint in my shoe, and me and Todd got out. We flew to Oregon, and the first show was in Missoula, Montana. And I remember being in a tour bus for the first time, and we were driving through a blizzard and watching Kiss meets the Phantom or something, smoking that joint. It was just like, I was like, this is it, baby, we made it.
We've arrived.
Yeah, we've arrived. Meanwhile, I couldn't shit in the fucking toilet. Queens, come on, what are you asking me? Astoria, Queens. Brooklyn's got, it's got all those glass buildings and hipsters. Queens is Queens, man, Queens. You know what comes from Queens? Hardcore music comes from Queens. The Ramones, Queens. Reagan Youth, Queens. Antidote, Queens. You know, I could keep going. Queens, Murphy's Law, Queens, Kraut, Queens. Queens, 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 Kiss, Queens. That's the seaplane taking off. That's my seaplane taking off.
Hey,
Just got dropped over here on my yacht from the Hamptons. All this from New York hardcore. Look at it. My boat, my plane, my sax player. It's hardcore dead. You were at the Sick of It All show. Does that look dead? Hardcore's not fucking dead. Bands keep playing, bands keep touring. There's new bands, there's record labels. I mean, you look at that Sick of It All show, and it just shows the spirit of what hardcore punk rock is. It's a family. Everyone's popping kids out now, so those kids are gonna do shit. It's not gonna die. Other forms of where's grunge? Where's that? Where'd grunge go? What was that? We get no respect in the media, which has probably helped us get our longevity. We're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We don't want to be. We don't want to be famous. We're infamous, and that's what makes hardcore music cool. We're fucking badass motherfuckers, men and women, all of us, together, one big happy family. A C Squad, well, 713. I didn't live there, but I definitely did some time in that place. You know, I had a house in my parents' house in Astoria. I didn't have to live in a squat. And if I got to that point, I'd get a job and get an apartment. You know, I don't want to live in an abandoned building. I'd shit in a bucket. Did I ever do? That was, you know, actually, I didn't know till later on that Dave was into the blow. Funny enough, I worked there for years and didn't know, but no, I did do blow with Springer from SSD Control though, which was a pivotal moment of my life. No, I never did blow with Dave. Dave never, you know, I guess he respected that we were kids and that never really came about. Never saw drugs with him. Never saw drugs at A7 like that. I mean, we did plenty of shit, but not with him.
all right, I got it.
Thanks, bro.
Why don't you drink fucking beer? What's the matter? Are you queer? No extras, it's all the same. Why must you play fucking games?
Funniest guy in the hardcore scene.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the 11th question. Me, motherfuckers. I'm the funniest guy. Nah, I'm not funny, bro. I don't know who would be the funniest guy. Paulie's funny, but in a very gruff and ill way. Stigma's fucking funny. I mean, how do you peg the funniest guy and how do you pick the funniest clown in a circus? You know, that's the best way I can put it. We're in a circus and our whole scene is full of clowns. How do you pick one? We're all funny in our own way. Our scene is a whole scene of characters.